So I did successfully install the Hummer H2's fuel tank and fuel pump. However, there's a few things I did not get to mention to you guys in my prior videos, and I want to share that information with you guys in this video today. First, when you're underneath your vehicle and the fuel pump and the fuel tank's off, you want to closely inspect all of your wiring harness. Make sure that it's properly secured. Like this one was actually not popped in a few minutes ago, and I popped it back into place. Part of my wiring harness, I don't remember if it was this one or a wiring harness back here. Regardless, part of the wiring conduit, like the plastic that covers the wires, it had totally ripped off because the wiring harness was not secured. Some of the copper wiring underneath the wire conduit had ripped and become very frayed. So I took electrical tape and I resealed the line. So again, those are some things you want to keep an eye out for while you're underneath the vehicle. Next, when you are installing your fuel pump, not the line on the left, the white line, but the black line on the right, you want to make sure that barb is completely secured. In a video online, I came across a dude, he said, oh, it only has to be halfway on, you'll be just okay. That's not true. You want to make sure that line is fully 100% on and you don't see any ribs on that dormant piece. What will happen, and what did happen to mine, is that when I started the vehicle, the line had popped off and fuel was going everywhere. So I ended up having to drop the fuel tank and repair the line. It was really annoying. Now this part of the wiring harness right here, I said you could loosen it, take it off and drop it down to give yourself a few extra inches. You want to make sure as you're lifting up the vehicle again that you pop it back into place, because what will happen is it'll get stuck between the frame and the fuel tank. We do not want that to happen. Now, when it comes to installing the gas tank cover, what I recommend is jacking up the vehicle on the rear crossbar. You want to get the vehicle high enough up so that the part of the gas tank closest to the rear passenger wheel well, you can lift that section over top of the U-joint. So you'll just literally have the gas tank, it won't be flat. The gas tank cover will be like this. You'll lift it up over the U-joints. You'll lift the rest of it up. And at that point, you will slide your transmission jack underneath the fuel tank cover and lift it up underneath the vehicle. Once you do that step, again, you'll lift up the fuel tank cover. Again, you'll slide your bolt on here. You'll slide your bolt on here. You will tighten up the bolt along the frame. I believe it's a 13 millimeter up top. Then you have your 10 millimeter towards the front right passenger side. You'll notice that there's a hole next to where the bracket sits, and that's exactly where the gas tank cover goes into. But my last piece of advice is that when you're doing this, you want to be well rested. Take your time, be patient. If you ever find yourself getting frustrated, that's when it's time to quit. Let me tell you guys, this could be a very lengthy process. It is a simple process. However, there's a lot of little things that can go wrong. And for those of you that have stuck with me and watched my videos, you can see many of the X factors, that's what I call it, I ran into. I ran into lines that needed to be repaired with electrical tape. My lines had rusted out, so I had to figure out how to repair those lines. I probably spent 24 hours researching parts and tools and tips and videos on how to repair fuel lines, fuel tank straps, ordering parts. So I forgot to put my green ring on. I at one point had the fuel tank locking ring upside down. So you really want to take your time, double check everything. And if you take your time watching all the videos, everything will go smooth the first time. And you'll save yourself a ton of money too. Good luck. I'll see you on the road.